Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Honk honk, everyone. Guys, can I just start off by saying a huge happy Father's Day to all you ganders out there celebrating with your little goslings. I truly hope you all have the best day. As we celebrate, I do want to show this picture of Prince William, one of my favorites, with his little goslings as well. So cute. So a big happy Father's Day. And in case you missed it, today is Sunday. Yesterday, I covered Trooping the Color. That's right. I did a blackout on the other two, and I talked just about the real royals. So definitely go check that out because I had so much fun. It was so nice to cover them, to show the beautiful looks of course, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Princess Charlotte. And we got to see all the kids and Prince William and Princess Anne, all the real royals, King, Queen, happy birthday, His Majesty. But anyway, go check that out in case you missed it. You can find it here on the channel. But today we're talking Harry and Meghan. That's right. We're back. Let's talk because they have some stuff going on that I really need to, we need to have a conversation about. Oh my goodness gracious. Before I dive into that, again, I'm Jen. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Do make sure you're subscribed as I'm pushing hard to that 200,000 mark. Hit the thumbs up, leave me comments. All those things really help Google or YouTube to recommend my channel. Same thing, right? To recommend my channel. And I appreciate that very much. Also, before I forget, I have a new video up on my second channel. That's right. I have a second channel, Goose Adventures. And as of yesterday, I posted this one where I'm showing my 130 plus pounds weight transformation. So that was me before. It took me about a year and a half to do it. And that's me. This is me after. So go check that out. I'm talking about what I did to lose all the weight, and I did it drug-free, and what I ate and how I did it. So definitely go check that out if you're interested. Now let's talk Harry and Meghan. Oh my goodness gracious. I have a lot to say about this, but in case you haven't heard, I want to show you this article courtesy of Daily Mail. I'm just going to hit some highlights from it, and then I'm going to talk to you about what I think is going on, and we're going to get your feedback as well. All right, so Daily Mail reporting Meghan and Harry part company with six more staff after hiring firm behind that one's infamous twerking video. I'm blinking help into the camera because every time I talk about that twerking video, I find myself just like death gripping my chair here. Like, what? Why did I have to watch that so many times? I don't know. But the infamous twerking video to boost their profile. I would not say that boosted your profile, Meghan Poo. We're going to talk about that too. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's hit some highlights from this article, and then I want to talk about my thoughts about this. Those two have parted ways with 6 more members of their team. As their PR machine, sorry, sometimes I just have to go like, what? As their PR machine, do they have one of those? I think that machine needs some oil or something. Something's malfunctioning with that machine. That machine needs to be put down. Their PR machine undergoes another dramatic shakeup just weeks after enlisting the agency behind that one's cringeworthy twerking video. Yeah, I have some thoughts. Guys, what in the holy heck is going on over there? I have some guesses. I don't know, but wow. Okay, I just have to go ahead and put my thought out there, which is I believe it's up to 22 now, which, by the way, coincidentally, my lucky number. No, it's not part of any of my passwords, so don't even try to guess it. Good luck. It's not. But listen, what in the world? How do they justify 22 people leaving in this amount of time, this short amount of time since they've stepped down from royal life? 22 people, I believe it is. 6, was it? What did I just say? Goodness gracious. Yeah, 6 more in the last just few weeks. What? How? Okay, how does that work? Are they all the Eastwards? Is that what it is? They're all the race. They're all the massage. Like, what are we going to blame now? It's so funny to me because every time they hire these people, they always put out these it makes me laugh. They put out these things like they hired so-and-so, the best strategist from, Google or whatever it is, or from Hulu or from Netflix or whatever. Okay, but nothing ever happens with Harry and Meghan. They're so unlikable. And then these people jump ship. Again, 22 people. That's not like two people. That's not normal churn, I would say. I would say that's a bit excessive. Again, if the idea is that you're working for two people, right? And 22 of you have left, there are some major things in my opinion that seems like major red flags, right? Who wants to work for them? Anyway, let's keep going with the article and we'll talk more because my goodness. The latest departures include, I don't care who they include. Okay, some people, great. Formerly head of operations of Archwell has exited. After a spokesman, see, they always do this. They describe this as exceptional and then they leave. They called her a strength and a vision, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm taking my strength and vision, and I'm getting out of here. I finally have vision. I can see that I need to get out of here." Also, do you remember that guy? Gosh, who was it? Somebody left right before that disaster Columbia tour. And they tried to come out and cover that by saying something like, "Oh, yeah, no, he was just a temporary basis." And that was right after they were like putting out press releases saying he's the greatest. Well, if he's the greatest, why didn't you lock that down? And how come you never improved? You've only continued to tank since then. It's again, their words and actions never make any sense whatsoever. You cannot make sense out of this, but it is funny to watch. All right, so they're not alone. Okay, and then their director of communications, a personal assistant, and Meghan's social media manager have all reportedly gone. Okay, what's going on here? Leave me your comments on what you think is going on. I have so many guesses I'm like wiggling. I have so many guesses I'm going to get into, but I'm just stuck on this. Again, I can explain away 1, 2, 3, whatever. Okay, let's say it's been what, 5 years? So let's say 5, even 10, 2 per year have jumped ship. Fine. 22 of them, really? What is that? How do you explain that? I can explain it. It rhymes with months. You can figure it out. My goodness gracious. Oh, they're going to justify this somehow. Oh no. No, they were never meant. It was never meant to be called American Riviera Orchard. They were never meant to stay on board for very long. That is just their excuse for everything because they can't make anything stick and they can't make anything work. I don't know. I'm laughing over here. Anyway, let's see here. Continuing on, the mass exodus comes in the wake of Doofus's eyebrow-raising BBC interview, one could call it that, where he launched a fresh attack on his father, King Charles, and complained of establishment stitch-up. Oh, really? So it's been 5 years. Why is it their fault that you guys are still failing? Can you explain that? Is it their fault that you guys have turned 22 people? Can you explain that? No, nobody can. It doesn't make any sense. It's just so ridiculous and so Harry and Meghan to be like this, like losing that many people, but still blaming everybody else for their everything. They will never change and they will never learn. And I'll never stop laughing at it. See? Ha 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 ha. That's my evil laugh. All right. So, yeah, he's complaining about his dad. He lost his legal battle. I'm sure that's dad's fault too. Sources say the interview didn't go down well. You think? I've heard that people saying it's worse than the Andrew interview, and that thing was a train wreck. Behind palace gates, it didn't go well. I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think anything did. But insiders claim the writing was already on the wall for some team members. As in, they were trying to get the hell out of here. I would think it's been a downhill, like steep, nosedive since they left in 2020. But this year in particular seems like, every few days they're doing something crazy. It reeks of desperation. But again, I'm sitting here with popcorn enjoying myself. But yeah, so I just think about the beginning of this year with the writing in the sand. That just sticks with me and how they've plummeted since then. And they were already pretty low at that point. But they had a damning Vanity Fair expose, which alleged that several staffers were left needing long-term therapy. Sorry, I try to do the long blink and then I just crack up. I cannot. Do you remember in the book Spare? Unfortunately, I read that darn thing. I recapped it here on the channel if you want to go torture yourself a little bit. Remember the book Spare? Doofus tried to claim Harry tried to claim that the staffers were crying at their desks. He tried to say it was because they were so worried about him and Prince William's relationship. No, they weren't. Your employees do not care about your sibling rivalry, the fact that you're jealous of your brother. They don't care about that. That's not why they're crying at their desks. They're crying at their desks because you two seem like horrible, horrible people. I will just never forget that. Where is the critical thinking? Where is the common sense? Am I yelling into the void? I know you guys get it, but they don't get it. They'll never get it. So they'll keep doing the same crap over and over again. So yeah, they took extended breaks or needed therapy after working with Meghan. I believe it. Can you imagine? Okay. If even some of the stories are true that we've heard, it's got to be a complete and total nightmare. I don't think it's that whole where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Like they would let them out of their NDAs if there was nothing to hide. There'd be nothing to hide, but quite literally, they can't get them to sign those things fast enough. I don't know. Prince Harry, meanwhile, was painted as a lonely figure who had failed to make friends across the pond. I'm sorry. I roll my eyes because I do think they let Doofus off the hook. He seems like a real rhymes with Smrick as well. He really does. So what are we doing? What are we talking about? They both seem bad. I mean, I guess if I had to pick one to work for, it might be him, but good God, no thank you. Can you imagine? Like handwritten notes in crayon in the middle of the night saying, why did Prince William get the bigger sausage? Yeah. Frowny face. Okay, just give him a cookie and pat his head and send him to bed. Oh my goodness. Something tells me there will be another change in the future, a source familiar with the couple's approach told Hello Magazine. What does that mean? I can guess. A source familiar with the couple's approach. What would that approach be? No, stop. Stop it, Jen. Stop it. Okay. Meghan and Harry hired some of the most incredible people at the top of their fields. Did they now? How's that going for them? Yet somehow none of them ever work out. What would they have in common? Oh, yeah, they all work for Harry and Meghan. Why do Harry and Meghan need that many staffers? If they're just doing an hour a week, and again, according to Bill Simmons, my boyfriend, that guy that called them lazy effing grifters, well, I just stepped on my own toes. They're lazy effing grifters, if you believe him. So what are we doing? Who are we trying to convince that they're hardworking? I mean, she's constantly trying to convince us, but we never see any evidence of it. They can't stick with anything. And again, these powerhouses that they're supposedly hiring don't stick around. So what are we doing? I would love to know how much money was, pissed away in some of these things, and how many NDAs and how much how many checks have been written. According to Deadline, since stepping back from royal duties, at least 22 people have left their team, with 6 in the last 2 months. Again, what is that? If it's a great place to work, people don't generally turn over that fast. That's a lot to lose in a short amount of time. How do you explain that? Again, they're all the Eastwards. They all hate women. They all hate gingers. I mean, they're all royalists, although that would work with Harry and Meghan. They're all pro-royalists, whatever, monarchy. What is the excuse? One might think that they all thought that Harry and Meghan were awful, if one were a thinking person. Social manager is said to have departed before Meghan released her now famous twerking video. I have to laugh and think she's got to be just absolutely like sweating, fill in the blank, because she's probably spreading that around like, please God, let everybody know that I quit before that awful twerking video happened, because the worst thing that can happen is that it get around that it's her fault that she did that Meghan put out the twerking video. Then she'll never work. I would think it'd be hard to get a job after working with Harry and Meghan as it is, but imagine trying to get a letter of recommendation from those two. It's not going to happen. How would anybody go work for them? I'm stuck on this. All right, let's get off this article. I don't think there's too much more. I mean, they're talking about all the people that have left. I want to talk my thoughts on this. And while I do, I want to remind you all that they're awful people. I want to show you pictures of the two of them being the two of them as we talk about this. All right, I have some notes, so I'm going to be looking down at those, and I'm going to flip through some of these pictures. What in the world? The great Sussex exodus. Easy for me to say, right? I mean, 22 staffers gone in 5 years. I am just completely stuck on this. That's not a team. It's a revolving door. What is oh God, that picture of Harry. Oh, it's just it's suggesting that either Harry and Meghan are impossible to please, or like, is there a portal to hell? Is that hell working for them? I mean, I don't know. What is going on? I'm just stuck on this number 22. I think it's hilarious. Ooh, that picture gives me nightmares. Meghan's management style. Do you think it's like demonic or diva or what? Again, I'm stuck on this. How do you justify 22 people leaving? Whose fault is it? How do you explain that? You can't. You can't. Logic has to kick in at some point. Oh my God, this picture. I don't even know how you make that face. She scares me. Somebody hold me. Okay. Harry, not off the hook either. Let's look at Harold. Here you go. Oh God. Don't let him fool you. He's obviously got some stuff going on too. We've heard stories of like temper tantrums and throwing fits over social media. Well, the pair of them throwing fits over social media. I've been over it. I read the books Revenge and Courtiers and all the different books, and they all kind of say the same thing, which is they both seem like nightmares, both constantly trolling social media, looking for any mention of them. And the fact, you know what backs it up for me that that's the case? So many things. They're always clapping back at social media. How would you know what they were saying if you didn't look? And two, I can't remember what I was going to say. Okay. I don't remember my other point, but it stands. No, I was thinking about that book by Robert Jobson. He called him, let's see, where is it? It said he was petulant and short-tempered, talking about Harry. So again, that where there's smoke, there's fire. That many people, it can't just be, oh, just normal staff turnover. PR blunders just off the charts. That's the other thing, is how much are these people getting paid? Are they getting paid? Is it like an intern thing? Because I'm curious about that. And also all these PR blunders they keep making. Well, it's, again, I'm not letting them off the hook. It's all their fault. But if they can't keep a team, that's going to make it even worse for them. What are they going to do? More twerking videos? Obviously, they think that's the way to go. We've heard the Sussex Survivor Club. Well, apparently it's got 22 members. That's just since they left the royal family. They started the Sussex Survivors Club when they were still with the royal family. So how does that work? I'm stuck on these numbers. Again, think about all the bull, you know what I'm talking about? Accusations, many accusations there. I just think, again, I mean, I don't think 22 people got together and made this stuff up and were like, that's what my other point was. If things are great, you generally don't leave. I understand that people move and things happen and, whatever. But for the most part, you don't leave. I remember, again, when Doofus said that people were crying at their desks and they lost a bunch of staff when they were the royal family. I believe, if I remember correctly, they ended up going to, a lot of them went and worked for William and Catherine. And a lot of them stayed on. So again, if things are good, generally that's how it works. Most people aren't Harry and Meghan, where you can just leave a job every 4 seconds if it's too hard. Most people are working toward their, goals or whatever. Not Harry and Meghan. I don't know what's going on with them. Yeah, so they keep bragging about, this is the thing I'm stuck on. Let me keep going with the pictures. They keep bragging about hiring the best of this, the best of that, and then they lose them. So again, what does that say? That the best don't want to work with them. The best would only want to work with, I don't know, the best. Would you say that these two are the best? No, they're not. That's the answer. They're not. Oh my goodness. I'm stuck on these pictures. Can you imagine? Like, what was it like back at the office after this lovely interview? I'm sure things weren't tense at all. No, it was probably a nightmare. Look at that. Can you imagine? Surrounded by beige, beige, beige. You have to say it like your mouth is putting your face to sleep. Beige personality, beige walls, beige everything, beige. And then these two, I would say screaming at each other, but I doubt they're even in the same room very often anymore, honestly. But when they are, I'm sure it's horrible. Oh, goodness. Yep. Who wouldn't want to work with these two? What? They seem so pleasant. What's the problem? What? Don't you look at your partner like this? Totally. Just a normal Tuesday. Yeah. Great. This sums the two of them up right there. That's it. Confused and angry, pretending to be sad. There you go. If I go like this, does this mean I'm sad? Look, guys, I'm sad. No, there's no real emotion there. None of it's real. Oh, goodness, make it stop. Anyway, yeah, so that's interesting to me. Curious to know your thoughts. What are they going to blame? On a side note, I'm actually surprised. Now I'm recording this Saturday night, so I'll be with my dad on Sunday. Happy flocking Father's Day, Dad. He's so proud. When I tease him about Father's Day, my dad has the best sense of humor. He always says, "Well, tell your real dad that." He's my real dad. He just teases. Or then he'll say something like, "Tell the FedEx guy." Anyway, what was I gonna say? I don't know. How did they let me know your thoughts on all this. How are they going to explain this away? Whose fault is this? Is this going to be King Charles's fault? Whose fault is this going to be? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm laughing. I don't know. I feel like I've hit my head in this episode, but I'm stuck on it. How do you, again, the words never match the actions. How do you justify this? How do you explain this? You can't. Who are they going to blame now? Whose fault is this? But I really wonder, is it a sign of money trouble? Probably. Is it a sign of marital woes? Probably. Is it a sign that they're terrible to work for? Probably. Let me know your thoughts and what you think it is in the comments. And a huge thank you so much for being here. You know, as they do more crazy stuff, I'm going to talk about it as I do. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been so lovely and so supportive to me, especially on my weight loss journey. Again, that's at Goose Adventures. I read all of your lovely comments yesterday. Even if I didn't have a chance to respond, you're so kind to me, and I appreciate that very much. Again, I'm down. I don't even know how much because I didn't get on the scale at my heaviest, but I'm down like up over 130 some odd pounds. There was me before, there's me after. It's about 18 months into this thing. Doing pretty good, and I'm pretty excited about that. So check that out if you're the least bit interested. I'm so proud of so many of you flockers who've decided to join me and already started weight loss journeys of your own, and you're sharing your results over there. That's so cool. I'm so excited. What else? I want to say a huge thank you to my Patreon members. You flock are amazing. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the love and support. If you're interested in Patreon, check that out at Patreon. I just hit the mic. Patreon.com. Come on, Jen. Patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. Yes, it's my old name, but it's got tons of content over there. Lots of bonus episodes, deep dives, all the things. Check that out. And a huge thank you to all my executive geese and ganders for being so supportive. I appreciate that. And this is where I leave you. Again, a huge happy Father's Day to all the ganders who are celebrating. I hope you enjoy your day. Look at the whales, children. It's so cute. Look at the blue. Can you tell I like blue just a little bit? Maybe just a little. Ryan Gosling, what do you think? He agrees. Yep, we like blue. All right. I tried something different for this episode. Let me know what you think. I kind of tousled the hair a little bit, put on t-shirt and jeans, tried something different. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Guys, thank you so much for being here. You mean the world to me, and I appreciate you, and I cannot wait to read your comments on this one. Happy Father's Day, and just have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye. Ryan Gosling, what do you think? He says, honk, honk. Oh, happy Father's Day. I hope you guys have the best day. Bye. What do we think? It's different, right? Different look. Oh, I even changed up the lip stuff. I always get asked, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? Today, it's just Clarins lip oil. Clarins because I love my UK flockers. Love it. See, it's just lip oil. Just something different. Mixing it up, trying something different. Let me know. All right. I've talked enough. Bye. Do you want to go work for Harry and Meghan? Ooh, tell me what your salary would be. Oh god, so many jokes. All right. It took a lot to work for Megan.